Let's do another one. What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla vs. Kong trailer breakdown. This one is for the extended TV spot, which might as well be a trailer. It's like a full minute long of brand new footage, so there's a lot to cover here. Because I'm running so far behind, I'm just going to jump right into it, and we are going to continue the Godzilla vs. Kong speedrun and blast through this. The new music is beautiful. Oh my god, this is so much better than the original trailer. It really makes this feel like a neo-western story told from Kong's perspective, which is a great aspect to play up, and I think it's really cool. I think the song is awesome. I've listened to it a ton because it's so cool. Anyways, the text interestingly reads, "Their fight, our world." I don't know what's up with that. You know, our world, it's not really our world, it's their world. That's what the whole last movie was telling us. I guess this could be a saying that the bad guys use, like maybe Apex says this, like it's their fight, but it's our world, you know, we're the guy, we're on top, right? I don't know. I thought it was interesting. There's an extended shot of Gia walking towards Kong. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She's lit up like an angel, which I think is really cool. And then there's another extended shot of Gia looking up at Kong, which I also really like. I think that their relationship is one of the most interesting aspects of this movie. Kong being pissed on the boat indicates something is wrong. This lends to the theory that the collars on his neck sedate him. I guess this could be when the sedation wears off and he's finally going back to normal. Kong's anger could also be a result of him just finally waking up. Maybe this is the first time he wakes up, or maybe it's because there's a storm going on and he doesn't want to be out in the storm. I don't know. Or it could be a result of him knowing that Godzilla is on his way. Maybe he just senses Godzilla's coming. But what will most likely happen is it will take Gia herself to calm Kong down. There will be no outside forces other than her calming him down, and from that point on he'll realize that she's with him, and so everything's good. You know, they're on the same team. I like it. I love that relationship. There's some extended shot of Eileen Andrews, an extended shot of Godzilla swimming through the ships, which is really cool. And then Kong drowns. Godzilla knocks Kong off the ship, which gives us a good look at Kong's transport ship. There's this really beautiful shot where we follow Kong's head underwater. I really like what they do with the sound design in this trailer. I hope they keep that up in the actual movie because it's pretty cool. The cinematography in this trailer, and really in all the trailers, is really great. I'm very excited to see this movie, simply because I think it'll be a beautiful movie, regardless of the content of the plot or whatever, regardless of the quality. The footage itself looks very pretty, and the movie looks like it will be very well shot. Kong being dunked is pretty bad news. Obviously, Kong's a gorilla. He's not meant to be underwater. He cannot survive underwater very easily. We don't know if he'll be able to swim. I think he will. I think that'll be something that they'll show in this movie, is that Kong can in fact swim. But I don't think this is good news for him because, you know, he will drown if he's down there, which is why Godzilla has the upper hand in this attack. I do think that that's how the fight will end. Kong will drown down there. Godzilla will drown him and he'll have to escape into the Hollow Earth last second. Godzilla will probably just let him go because whatever at that point, that's not Godzilla's domain. But I don't think this is that footage. Because Kong's chains are still on, it's clearly just an extension of him getting dunked into the water as Godzilla has attacked his transport ship initially. I don't know how Kong gets out of that situation though. There's a beautiful shot of Godzilla using his atomic breath in the city. I love it, and we actually get a little more context to that in other trailers, so we'll talk about that when we get there. I think this might be Godzilla's first strike on Kong though. I think this is going to be his initial reaction to Kong showing up, is just to blast him. And in trailer 1 we do see Kong has been shot on one of his arms, so this could be the moment where Kong gets blasted by the atomic breath. Cool to note that Godzilla's eyes still do glow like they did in King of the Monsters. His spines appear slightly altered than they were in King of the Monsters in this shot in particular. They're not usually like that in this trailer, but they do look like that in this particular shot. Godzilla's breath is much more like King of the Monsters' breath, with a different neon hue here. As pointed out to me by Rob from ETN, the atomic breath is kind of inconsistent throughout these trailers. This kind of looks like a blend between the 2014 and King of the Monsters atomic breath. I think Godzilla's breath will become more focused as it's specifically drawn to Kong's axe. Like maybe Kong's axe literally pulls the atomic breath out of Godzilla and makes it that really refined Heisei looking beam that we see in the first trailer, because that's the only time it looks like that. But I do think it's cool that Godzilla is constantly sweeping his atomic breath through this trailer. It's not really something he's done a lot in the Monsterverse, but it's a very Godzilla move. There's a great shot of Godzilla's tail swacking Kong. This is a move that the Monsterverse Godzilla has used a lot, actually. He uses it against the Muto and Ghidorah. This is also the same move Godzilla uses on King Kong in 1962 to knock him over, which is a fun little throwback. Obviously, it's a go-to Godzilla move, so he's going to do it at some point. The buildings all look pretty damaged here, which makes me think the fight will probably be one of the more brutal and destructive fights of the Monsterverse so far, which is exactly what I wanted. There's a shot of Kong landing on his back. It's an uh-oh moment. moment. This might be a match cut for the trailer because the lighting is very different than in the last shot, so I'm not sure that it goes tail swag to Kong falling on his back, but clearly Kong gets knocked over at some point, and I kind of feel like this could be closer to daytime during the Hong Kong fight. We then cut to dead Kong. Dead Kong. There's a shot of Kong looking really dead on the ground in the aftermath of the city. I'd say that there's an 80% chance that they just straight up show Kong knocked the hell out, or even potentially dead for now, after his fight with Godzilla. They may have just spoiled this because, hey, they do that all the time in these trailers, and they think we won't notice, and we totally do, and it sucks. So yeah, I do think that this is most likely a shot of Kong after losing the fight. I'm still Team Kong, but I do think that he's gonna lose, and I think that this shot maybe shows that he does, which is horrible. It could also be something different though. There's always the potential that this could be a callback to Godzilla 2014, because this is very similar to the Godzilla 2014 aftermath shot. Maybe Kong won. Maybe Godzilla's knocked out off screen. Kong won, but he's just so wounded that he passes out right after anyway. So it's like, yeah, he may have landed the blow that knocked Godzilla out first, but he's still knocked out himself. So they both wind up in that position, and Kong's just the one we're seeing in this shot. Kong also gets knocked out 2 separate times during the original 1962 fight, so, you know, maybe this is just a lull in the battle where Kong's knocked out for a second, but it's not really a conclusion, because that's what happens in the old one. Team Kong does stand on the ground watching Kong though, and it's pretty sad. This is probably where the crying shot of Nathan Lind comes from the other trailers, but it is great to have confirmation that all 3 of these guys, including Jia, make it off the ship. Thank God Godzilla does not kill them when he attacks. Andrews watches Jia sign to someone. It's obviously Kong. The implication is that she's signing to Kong. You can hear Kong breathe over this shot. I guess it could be Lind or someone from her little team, but I do think she's talking to Kong. And Kong understanding sign language is not totally far-fetched, as real-life gorillas have been able to learn this, and the Kong in these movies is pretty smart, so we do see him use sign language in another trailer, but it's not too much of a stretch. The daytime shot in the aftermath makes me think that this does take place after the Godzilla vs. Kong fight though. I believe that Jia is warning Kong to please be careful as he heads into battle against Mechagodzilla. I think he's going to defend Godzilla here, and she's like, hey, be careful, this guy just kicked your ass, so be careful. The shot of Kong's eyes seemingly are him waking up on the ground. As you can see, there's some sort of ground behind him. I also think that the CGI is really wonderful here, and I love the detail, and I really like the expression as well. Given the new context, the shot of Kong squaring off is probably Kong going into battle against Mechagodzilla himself. It's possible that Godzilla defeats Kong, Mechagodzilla defeats Godzilla, and Kong defeats Mechagodzilla. I could totally see them doing that. There's a pretty brutal shot of Godzilla biting Kong's arm and then dragging him through a building. This type of brutality is something we haven't really seen in the MonsterVerse so far. We also see lots more of this fight than we normally get to in these movies, with them all being from a ground level or shaky or whatever. And this city is 100% unevacuated, which makes this the most dangerous battle of the MonsterVerse so far, with the highest stakes. I'm very excited to see. I think it looks like it's going to be really great. In a wonderful shot, we see people running around inside a skyscraper as Godzilla and Kong fight outside. Brilliant! That's exactly the kind of cinematography I want in these movies. This is imagery we see a lot in fan art, but it's so great to see it in an actual film. This shot also really helps to set up the scale of these monsters. Notice how Kong's axe appears to be stuck inside a building. It looks like Kong's trying to pull it out. How on earth Kong could get his axe stuck in a building must be the strongest building on Earth. The fact that he couldn't pull it out or just knock the building over to get this thing out is nuts. I don't know how it could be stuck in a building. We actually see in a different trailer that, yeah, Kong's axe appears to be stuck in the background in a building as Kong punches Godzilla and just kind of says, screw it, we'll do it without it. You can actually see Godzilla approaching Kong from behind here. He's coming up and it looks like he's about to get the upper hand on Kong while he's distracted, but clearly from that other trailer where Kong punches Godzilla, he'll turn around right away and it's not going to be game over for Kong right here. Kong raises a fist, which is a cool shot. Maybe he's going to punch Godzilla. Clearly his chains are off in this shot, so I think this is after he leaps between ships, and I do think that this is him getting ready to at least show off as Godzilla swims up towards him. Kong snaps his collar off though. It's pretty cool. If this collar was technically supposed to knock him out, it's not doing a great job. It's not sedating him, obviously. This is some classic King Kong imagery, and it's cool to see it used in this film in this new context. There's also a great shot of Kong puffing up to stand against Godzilla on the aircraft carrier. It's a really cool King Kong moment. Also, I really like Godzilla swimming towards him. Again, the kind of thing we see in fan art all the time, which is really great. A burning ship is seen in front of him. I guess Kong may have caused damage to this ship as he went boat hopping. It's possible that he hit this one, or this boat may have been sunken by Godzilla and Kong tried to pull it out of the water, as we see in another trailer. Who knows? More military weapons fire upon Godzilla and Kong leaps to the aircraft carrier. It's crazy that this thing doesn't sink. How on earth? Kong knows that he needs more ground to fight on, doesn't really see it anywhere else, so it makes sense that he'd go for the biggest ship around. This moment is very reminiscent of Evangelion's 8th episode, where the same kind of thing happens. I don't know why you would go, yep, anime physics, let's do it in live action, and no one's gonna question it because I'm questioning it. Kong leaps with his collar off though, meaning he takes it off before making it to the aircraft carrier. There's a really cool ground perspective shot as Kong lands. I really like it. And then there's this great shot of all of the ships splashing water really hard. It's a miracle that it doesn't sink, but it makes for a cool shot. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. I've got lots more to cover because there's just so much going on. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know that everybody's been really wanting to see what I have to say about all this stuff, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying my takes now as I'm getting them out to you. For those of you who like and subscribe, you guys are the real heroes. For the rest of you, I'll see you next time. D-Man out. What? You never watched my 66 years of Godzilla tribute? You know it's posted, right? I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but go check it out. And then you can tell me if you like it or not.